Hello everyone. Welcome to another tutorial about how to use your free blog on realestateblogs.com. In our first tutorial we outlined how to set up the About Me section. If you've already done that, it is now time to address this notice that you see on your dashboard which says Simple Twitter Connect needs configuration information on its settings page. If you have a Twitter account, you can set this up now. If you don't have a Twitter account, you should probably consider getting one and setting this up after you do. If you don't have a Twitter account and don't intend on getting one, you can just ignore this. So, Simple Twitter account needs configuration information on its settings page. So you would have to have your Twitter account open in another window or open on your computer in another tab. And with your Twitter account open, you click on the settings page for Simple Twitter Connect, and it will give you the instructions of what you have to do here. Over here there's some information about the author, and there's also a Twitter status RSS error here. And what that error means is that on your Twitter account there is no feed that has been set up that is going to feed your tweets back to your blog. So you can just ignore this if you don't intend on setting something like that up. So the first thing you have to do in order to get Simple Twitter Connect working, and what Simple Twitter Connect does, is it actually is a series of different utilities for Twitter, and aside from the one that we're going to set up now, there are other ones available in your plugins area in your dashboard, which you can set up if you'd like. But the one we're going to set up now, what it does is it automatically will send out a tweet every time you send out a blog post. So you can have a Twitter account and essentially have it on automatic and not have to do too much about it. And Twitter is actually quite important nowadays because search engines use your tweets and also use retweets of others in part of their ranking algorithm, and also show the tweets themselves in the search results. So you should have a Twitter account. It will help your search positioning, it'll send you traffic, and it can be set up so you can almost forget about it and it'll happen all automatically. So the first thing you have to do to set this up is to register an application. So if you register the application, what it does is this opens up in your Twitter account. Register an application. So the first thing I'm going to do is type in an application name, and I'm going to call it Sample Real Estate Blog. And this is just so that I can find it on the application list afterwards. Description, you can type in whatever you want in here. I'm just going to put in the same as what the application name is. The application website, that's going to be the home page of the blog, so that's going to be the URL of my blog on realestateblogs.com, and I'm going to just be needing this again, so I'm going to just copy it. Organization, you can put in whatever you like in here. The website, which is the home page of your company or organization, I'm just going to put in my same blog URL again. Application type has to be set to client, to browser. The callback URL, where should we return after successful authentication? I'm going to put my blog URL again. Default access type, we need that to be set to read and write. Use Twitter for login, yes. Then we have to do the CAPTCHA. I can't really read what that one is here, so I'm going to click to get two new words, and I think I can read that now. And save. Okay, so what you're going to need here is you're going to need the consumer key and you're going to need the consumer secret, so to put on your simple Twitter Connect setup. So I'm going to just copy the consumer key. I'm going to go to Simple Twitter Connect, the setup page. It says Twitter consumer key. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to go back to the Twitter applications and copy the consumer secret. Go back to Simple Twitter Connect, paste in the consumer secret. You can choose your default Twitter button color if you want here. I'm going to put lighter, and I'm going to save the changes. There's what it's going to look like, sign in with Twitter. This is not something that really has to be done in order for to tweet out your blog posts automatically, but if you're going to use some of the other items which you can find under the plugins menu for Twitter, you'll want that. Save changes. And it says settings saved, options relating to the Simple Twitter Connect plugin. It shows the consumer key, the consumer secret, and the default button, and that's all there is to it. So now whenever you make a post in your blog, it's going to be automatically sent out over Twitter without you having to do anything. Very simple.